Are you new to Islam, alone during the month of Ramadan, or just really having a hard time trying to just figure it out by yourself as a convert? Well, I'm here for you, and today sharing so many amazing apps, communities, websites, books, and more that can really support you this year. So let's keep going, my brothers and sisters. Hey Salam, I'm Alex from Awia, empowering Muslim businesses and building a community that elevates our voice through online media. Today I'm sharing with you so many resources you can use, navigating your way as a new Muslim, and especially feeling a bit more prepared for holiday seasons like Ramadan. I'll be sharing with you websites, apps you can get on your phone, communities to join on Facebook, Imams and Sheikhs to follow, and books to get this year to help you stay in good spirit. And I'll also be linking everything in the description box below, so you can always come back to this episode for any resources. And I've also made previous YouTube videos about Ramadan planners, women's prayer garments, apps, book lists, and more. So definitely check that out on the full playlist on the homepage of Awia, and just pick any episode that you want to watch. Also, please like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me make more content like this one. I know it's challenging and maybe a little overwhelming, not growing up as a Muslim and discovering so many things that you need to know, especially if you're just figuring everything out by yourself, or even just feeling alone and you don't have many Muslim friends around you that really understand your spiritual journey. As a convert myself, I really know the struggles, and if I can tell you one thing is that Allah doesn't look at mistakes you make as you're learning. I believe He only wants to keep watching you grow in your Imam. So definitely forgive yourself for any missteps you feel you're making. Learning prayers, understanding the Quran in its entirety, and being a Muslim always evolves. And it always takes time, so really pat yourself on the back for doing the best you can in this moment. You're here watching this video to improve, and that's just an amazing step you're already taking. Did you pat yourself on the back yet? Okay, let's get going. So the first thing I'll be talking about is apps that can help you with prayer and more. The first app that is a big must if you are a Muslim convert and need help to, still learn how to pray is called Salat. This app explains every prayer that is required as a Muslim, and even the extra prayers such as Salat al-Istikhara and Salat al-Janaza. Salat al-Istikhara is a prayer when you need help about something, especially, making a big decision in your life and praying to Allah for guidance. Salat al-Janaza is in which, if God forbids, somebody has passed away and you need to know how to pray during their burial. The Salat app also has steps of wudu and how to prepare for any prayer. It's a really great app for those who want something quickly and mobile instead of looking for a book, and for those beginning to learn how to pray. Now, to keep track of your prayer times, a highly suggested app to use is called ATHAN app, which also has a monthly schedule you can look at. So it's really great to plan ahead during Ramadan. It has a hadith of the day, the picture of the day, and it also connects to the Apple Watch, so you can have ATHAN reminders or just keep it silent. The app that I use is the IPRAY app. It also connects to your Apple Watch, so you won't miss any prayer times ever again. You can choose to have the ATHAN on speaker to remind you of prayer, or what I really like is the vibrate mode, or nothing at all. I like this app because of the vibrate mode, so if you are in public and need a reminder of prayer times without a huge ATHAN in a workplace setting, this is a great app to get. It's a very simple app, but very elegantly and visually appealing. If you're looking for a digital Quran, I have the IQURAN, and I use the Pro version, which is really the only Quran you need. I love it. It has so many different translations, and I can just bookmark the passages wherever I stop reading. It's especially helpful when you're trying to complete the Quran, especially like Ramadan. I save passages, highlight different places, and more. It's basically the only Quran I use now, although I do have an actual Quran hardcover book, but just in Arabic writing, and I use that to recite out loud. I actually made an awesome YouTube video you can watch right here with so many of these apps, including halal dating, restaurants, relaxation, and more, so definitely check it out. One thing that I think is very important for a new Muslim is to find a community you can join. Have you been to your local mosque already? That is number one. That's the first thing you should do. Try even contacting them through email if COVID is still an issue wherever you live. But if you are new to Islam, definitely find out where your local mosque is, so that at least you have some Muslims that may steer you in the right direction and are close to your home. They may even know about local events that involve the community, and it's a really great way to meet people. One of the websites that I really like to find a local mosque near you is called IslamicCity.com. Also, during Ramadan or certain Muslim holidays, sometimes these larger mosques do have free meals, or they, have events that can bring people together. I'm not sure how it's going to be like this year, but definitely check out their schedule. Also, if you are using social media, use their platform because there's so many communities that have popped up. The next step that you have to take is, for instance, going on Facebook. Hopefully you have a Facebook account, but if not, definitely just keep listening to some other suggestions later in this episode. Okay, so now that you're on Facebook, I'm going to tell you there are so many convert communities out there. In the search section, just type in Muslim converts and you'll find hundreds of communities. A lot of them are specific to being a new Muslim. So if you are in the US, you can even search for your own state to find a community of converts in that area. There's even groups called Muslims of the World or Muslims in Europe. So you can probably find a community wherever you live all over the world. This is a great way to begin your journey of having people around you to help you. And I really encourage new converts, especially before Ramadan starts, to find some kind of Ramadan buddy. And what I mean by Ramadan buddy is someone who can, break fast with you, check up on you during Ramadan, or even doing like a Zoom call together or talk about the Quran. I have read so many stories of new Muslims and then being alone during one of the most amazing holidays in our religion and not feeling that abundance and joy that you should really be feeling during Ramadan. So looking for that buddy or even a group, even if it's virtual, can make you feel more in the spirit of Ramadan. One last thing about this Ramadan buddy. Now you're like, how can I find this person? Go to your Imam. Talk to them. And it's part of the Imam's job to be a leader in the community that help Muslims, especially converts. Don't feel shy. Have the courage to ask to see how you can find a mentor, a friend, and keep you accountable and help you with prayers. They should have programs for new Muslims in a mosque and join those Facebook communities. Type a message. Say, hey, anyone can be my Ramadan buddy this year. Anyone can keep me accountable, and you will get a response. And if no one responds to you, you also have another option, which is contacting your family or non-Muslim friends who are supportive in your choice of religion. You can even invite them to share a meal with you during iftar. I have a few friends who are not Muslim, but have even joined me to fast the whole month of Ramadan, and now some of them still do it every year. You might be surprised who you can reach out to in your life. Message me if nothing is working out for you. I'm here to help support you in your journey. And another thing about Ramadan is decorate your home during that month. As a convert myself, Christmas holiday was all about decorating, and now I go all out during Ramadan. We have a whole month of decorations. I still have my staircase lights up since last year. It's a great nightlight, and my children love decorating. So if you do have children as well, you can get them involved. And I'll be doing a live episode a few weeks before Ramadan starts about different companies and deals going on this year. So definitely subscribe and get notified about that event. And I also have an amazing list on my website, awia.com, of all these Muslim businesses, including Islamic decor gifts. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some beautiful decor. Okay, guys, so this is a little bit of a longer video because I really just want to give you so much information, especially as a new convert. I wish I had this information when I became Muslim. Now, something to look up is called Halakhas. Halakhas are religious gatherings or meetings that are like a study group of Islam and the Quran. Generally, there are one or more primary speakers that present a topic from the Quran, while others sit around in a circle and listen to and ask questions. So if you're learning Islam, it's a great way to bring up questions that you might have in passages, and it's also a great way to meet people. You can find weekly halakhas on the Islamic Foundation North website, IFNonline.com. IFAN is located in the suburbs of Chicago, but they have halakha recordings and can be rewatched on their website. Now, if you are a Muslim woman, there's a great community called Mindful Muslimah. They have a global community that has a support system for women who are struggling, whether a convert or not. It's a great place to get the answers to your questions about love, relationship, life hacks, parenting, spiritual growth, self-love, and even fitness in the light of the Quran and Sunnah. You can find Mindful Muslimah at mindful-muslimah.com. And she is also an amazing podcaster, called herself Mindful Muslimah. All of last year's Ramadan was basically listening to most of her episodes. And she also offers many courses you can choose from, to help you guide in whatever you're looking for. I took a great class last year called Ramadan Recharge, and it helped me focus on the Quran, goals that I wanted to accomplish during the month of Ramadan. And I was also part of a small group that met up twice a week, where the host of Mindful Muslimah also joined in discussions of the topic of the week. I met a lot of converts in those groups. You can also join their Facebook group called Mindful Muslimah. Now, Imams and Sheikhas to follow. Since you are on YouTube already, there are some great Sheikhs and Sheikhas with amazing YouTube channels and websites that you can follow. Let's start with Imam Omar Suleiman. I followed his Angels in Your Presence Ramadan series last year, and some of those episodes were so deep and brought my whole self back to the root and spirit of Islam. It reminded me why I love this faith so much. You can find his YouTube by searching Yaqeen Institute YouTube channel, but I've also included everything in the description box below. So any of these things that you're interested in, just check out that description box. Another great YouTube channel is called Mufti Menk with Sheikh Mufti's channel, and he has a Ramadan series from 2014 to present day, so you can always rewatch these older Ramadan series, and he talks about topics that not a lot of imams talk about. Definitely another imam to follow. One more sheikh to follow is Sheikh Suhaib Webb. Sheikh Suhaib Webb is an American convert. He has a YouTube under his name Suhaib Webb and has a great episode of those who are suffering from loneliness, anxiety, and subhanAllah, he brings it back to the Quran and Sunnah and reflections of those stages in our lives. Definitely check out their YouTube channels. Now for sheikhas, one that is well known in the US and a lot of people really recommend is Sheikha Aisha Prime. Sheikha Aisha is part of the Yaqeen Institute, trains Muslim women in traditional Islamic science with a focus on modern application. She talks a lot about the challenges of race and gender in the Muslim community, and you can find a lot of her videos on the Islamic Center of New York University channel, ICNYU, and she has live and learned sessions there, and you can also find her on her website, aishaprime.com. Now, a great ustada is Ustada Yasmin Mogahed. She has a book called Reclaim Your Heart. It is written to awaken the heart, provide a new perspective on love, loss, happiness, and pain with short chapters to reflect on. She also has a YouTube channel with so many different topics and episodes you can watch and listen to. She is an instructor in Al Maghrib Institute, and she also has a podcast show called Yasmin Mogahed with over 180 episodes. The last sheikha to listen to is Sheikha Maryam Amir. She has a YouTube channel, Maryam Amir, and has a lot of episodes in conversation with other Muslim women and reflections of the Quran. She's very active on social media and has a lot of her videos on Instagram as well. You can follow her at the Maryam Amir on Instagram. Lastly, a couple books I think will really help you as a new Muslim. The first one's called How to Pray, a step-by-step guide to prayer in Islam. When I first converted to Islam about 17 years ago, it was really hard to figure out prayer. I used to put sheets of paper in front of me in order to remember all the words. If you wanted a hard copy and a really great book, again, it's called How to Pray, a step-by-step guide to prayer in Islam. Another really funny and uplifting book that I really liked was the New Muslims Field Guide. This is not an average Welcome to Islam book. It's two females converts that share their journey through hills and valleys and sometimes slippery cliffs. There's a healthy dose of humor in this book and some deep discussion about faith. And the number one book that I recommend everyone to get, converts, not converts, whomever, is Secrets of Divine Love by Helwa. It's a book you can read in its entirety, and you just pick a page and sit with a paragraph for days. It's a reflection of Allah and His love for you, and the author Helwa really talks about the spirituality in a way that speaks to seekers of any faith tradition. She writes about prayer, love, emotional struggles, death, and more. And she speaks with a kind of encouraging and practical wisdom. This book is filled with verses and beauty from the Quran and simple, effective spiritual practices. You can open this book anywhere and really reflect on the passage. This is a book that you will keep for your whole life. I'll be doing a Ramadan book recommendation, so watch out for that episode. Again, I have so many different episodes to help all of you, and there's an easy playlist you can find on my channel. I really hope deeply that this video has helped you in some way and that you are not alone in this journey. There are so many people in the community that want to help you. We have been conditioned to believe that all we need is Allah and nothing else. But Allah gave us families, friends, colleagues, and if nothing else, a community of Muslim brothers and sisters, and we need to support one another. So remember, you are never alone. Don't hesitate to ask for help. And if you know someone who can benefit from this video, please share. And you can contact me through here on YouTube, on my IG, Awia. If there are any other kind of videos you want me to make, just definitely comment below and let me know. I'll try to make it. I hope this video helps you find yourself less lonely, more guided in a direction, and may Allah hear all of our prayers and accept our fast this year, inshallah. Have a blessed day. Bye.